Guys, day after Christmas, running the first call of the day. I've got a makeup air unit that every time it's going into pilot, it's giving an error. So stay tuned and we'll see what we can find out. Hopefully I'll get some good footage for you.
Claire Lane, during our annual holiday sales event. Now's your chance to get the new 2019 Audi Q5. Lease yours for $565 a month for 39 months.
Hi, this is Scott Price from Tom's Price Home with a personal invitation to the grand reopening of our...
Okay, this is a little makeup air unit that's not working today. We're going to diagnose it and we'll let you know what we find. Alright, so we're going to troubleshoot this makeup air unit. This is made by Rapid. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. These are your gas actuators, your gas valves. This is a 10 million BTU max output makeup air unit. So I'm going to dig into this. This is throwing a code 20. So once I figure out what's going on, I'll shoot some more. Okay guys, so what I found is on this circuit board up here, the way this unit works is the first thing it does is it turns on this relay, fully opens the outside air damper. Then once it verifies positions of that input from the actuators, it's going to drive them close. Once we get the input from the actuators drive and close, relay 5 up here is going to energize, and it's going to turn on our starter for our, it's a blower motor, but they're using it for combustion as well. So you call it a combustion motor, and then that starts the pre-purge of your burner. So after I confirm that with the manufacturer no longer supports these parts. So the only thing we can do is buy the retro kit for both of these circuit boards, and you're going to have to replace all these actuators here because the board will no longer take an input from those boards. So we're going to have a total of 4 actuators, 2 circuit boards, and rewiring. And the manufacturer advised me that the first time you wire these is going to take about 3 days if you've never done it. It's pretty simple, but that's what they're telling me it should take. And then once you obviously wire it up, you got to check combustion. So we'll update the video if the customer approves that repair or something like that. It sounds pretty pricey, but we'll see. Alright, I'm going to do a little preventative maintenance on this thing. This exhaust fan for the restrooms. One thing I found is that the local supplier that was nearby here in downtown Chicago didn't happen to have that belt, so I bought a different size. But we're going to clean this up. It's pretty nasty, so get a little shot afterwards.
This belt looks good.
Alright guys, hey, just a little follow-up on the video we did. I threw an exhaust fan in there, so after I was finished diagnosing that Rapid unit, I had an apprentice with me, and I'm not allowed to show him on film because they don't want that. But I was training him today on how to work and troubleshoot that Rapid unit. And then to make for the rest of the day, they sent us to do a maintenance on a commercial building. So you know, I went from 10 million BTUs down to, you know, a 3rd horsepower exhaust fan. And even then when we got there, you know, it needed a new belt. It was filthy dirty, clean that up. So, you know, we got to be able to work on it all. And, you know, sometimes we got to know when to ask for help. I just got off the phone with the apprentice a minute ago. It's a little later here. He called me, and I guess they're going to send him to work with me and my partner at another account that we've got. On Friday, we're going to be doing, you know, like some shutdown work, and they want him to come with us. And he called me, and today, you know, we went working from like a big industrial plant to like commercial office building, and you know, he didn't have his uniform on, and you know, he looked like he was ready to kind of go out into like, you know, he didn't, in my opinion, he was presentable to work, but he could have done a whole lot better by being a little more professional. So when he called and said, hey, I'm going to be working with you guys tomorrow, I said, hey, did you finish the laundry? You know, he has uniforms and stuff like that. And I said, hey, if you haven't, I'll stop everything I'm doing, and I'll come over there and help you. Because if and sometimes he shows up a few minutes late. I mean, he's young enough. He's younger than my youngest kid. So, but he's a good little kid. Love him. Gonna, you know, help him a lot along the way. And you know, I want him. When you're a newer tech, it takes zero effort to show up to work looking like you're ready to go to work. And in the customer's eyes, you know, they could see that. You know, so customers read us as technicians. So when you go out there and you don't know what you're talking about, they know. So we don't want to give them any more reasons why not to, you know, believe what we have to say. Not that we're trying to say anything wrong, but, you know, when I was a younger tech, sometimes that inexperience and lack of confidence will kind of show. And we want to try and minimize that. And you know, I want him to come to work being professional. I want him to do his paperwork. I want the customer to sign it. I want him to interact with the customer. We need those at bats. At bats. We gotta practice. Perfect practice makes perfect performance. You know, it's kind of, I'm a little more probably extreme when it comes to that, but you know, I'm always pushing myself to do better and things of that nature. So back to the Rapid. So this industrial plant has several of them, and they're not all the same, but they believe, the account exec believes that there is one that maybe we can cannibalize some parts, you know, those circuit boards off of. But here's the deal. The one that I verified the sequence of operation on first thing was not the same. It was like half the size. The customer even suggested that to me. But when you're cannibalizing those parts and something ain't right, that internal program, because those are as-built pieces of equipment. You know, so when you put the other board in there, you're voiding the UL warranty. And I explained to the customer that, you know, that will happen. And if, you know, chances are, if it's the right part, it's not going to happen. But, you know, I'm going to let them know, because I don't want my customer to not make an informed decision. So I'm going to go back there on Monday, and if these parts are identical and I can verify through the manufacturer that they were as built and programs the same, we're going to swap that out first before we order the parts, because my guess is the repair that we're talking about that I explained in this video is probably going to be north of like 15. And not uncommon this line of work, but we're gonna try the cheaper alternative first. Plan A will be swap a board, and then plan B is we'll buy the retro kit and rewire it. So I'll try and update this video after that happens. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate all of the subscribers lately. If there's anything that you'd like to see, or if there's anything in that video that maybe I didn't cover, put it in the comments below, and I'll answer it if I can.